that must be destroyed.
Salutations everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, BrainBoy20, and where we had last left off, we had taken the same crew as before into the cove for a little bit more fun times in there. And now, I was hoping there was actually going to be something in the Warrens that I could do to fight. Ah, well, I don't want Silence in the Crypts. I'm looking for a champion mission that'd be Ancestors Mustache Cream. That's hilarious. Dory, get up. Get up here. Let's see. I want to take a team of generally 5s and turn them into champions. Could I do so? Nod in the front. Harville as DPS. Fluffy as healer slash buffer and debuffer, although not really a great healer. This is a long mission. I want the Mustache Cream. I need an actual healer for that, though. I don't think that's actually available to me. Yeah, all my occultists keep dying. I wonder why. I want to get the Mustache Cream. But it's a long mission, and it's explore 90% of rooms. And the infestation is there. You thought we were gonna... No, we're not gonna go to the Darkest Dungeon. Not yet. I've had enough bad experiences. I want these guys to be level 6 before even trying. It's the wild as well, and the wild is one of the worst areas. Fine, we'll do a battle in the Cove. 100% of room battles, but a short run through to try to level those guys up. Now, the Abbey is 100% free. Is there anyone here who needs any stress relief? Yes, there are people here who could use minor amounts of stress relief. And since all the stress relief is completely free, we might as well. We'll unequip all trinkets, reorganize it via class restrictions once again, and let's build our setup. There's no decent healing in the group. Of course, you're ranged, so we're going to pull out the Fusilier, or the Fuseman's Matchstick on you. Nod. Oh, you have slow reflexes. I should have gotten rid of that first. And you have no decent skills whatsoever. I mean, at least none of your the only negatives are the yips and the slow reflexes. Do we have Crusader's orders? No, we lost it last time. No, we have multiple holy orders. We have multiple holy orders, nothing to worry about here. I actually should just raise your straight damage then. That gives you stress. Is there something here that can give you a decent amount of damage? I'd rather not do it on Dismas's head. You're already slow enough. You'll get slightly faster while doing this. You have a very high amount of health, so sure. Because we have to upgrade you anyway. With the Greats, with the Long Crusade and the Zealous Conviction. Alright. Sure. All our money down the drain. This is my continuous issue. What do you actually have equipped? Get down. I think I forgot to... No, Protect Me is better. Yeah, Protect Me is infinitely better. So we're going to upgrade Protect Me once again. And we're going to upgrade the Fortifying Vapors. Nod, your smite is going to be upgraded. Holy Lance will be upgraded. And we'll upgrade Bulwark of Faith, because you'll be DPS / tank, because that gives you permanent 40% protection for the fight. And raises your torch. So I can bring a few less torches, hopefully. Avil, what do you have equipped? Iron Swan, Wicked Hack, if it bleeds and Breakthrough. Oh yeah, because you actually want to be in the front line. You not have Adrenaline Rush? If it bleeds, not worth not taking Adrenaline Rush. Once again, it was a great idea to take all that money, right? Right? To build up that money? To try to save it up so I could start getting compound interest? Right? We don't need Toxin Trickery at any higher level. Well, that's most of our funds already drained. Thankfully, we're not draining anything else. Let's embark. As I said, flip-flop your positions. Right. You're not equipped with anything. Do we have Heaven's Hairpin? We're going to keep Torchlight high. You have the Cove Explorer. That's actually really good for us. I also want to make your damage go even higher. Is that possible, though? Not without changing out what we have set up here. So instead, you have Holy Orders, but you're also going to take additional protection. $20 and $20. Alright. I think that's good enough. I would increase the healing received. No. We'll take the Cruise Bell instead over the protection, because you're going to have 80% protection at the start of every fight. You can take Dismas's head. Wherever that is. Durary, you have the matchsticks that already increases your damage and crit of the ranged skills. Is there anything else I should give you? Wilbur's Flag. Increase your dodge. I'd rather not have to worry about healing you. And we have the Antique Florian. And the Candle of Life. Perfect. Alright, fish on two legs. Test the strength of this new menace. Take another shovel. As always, medicinal herbs are lovely in the cove. More food than I could shake my food at. And a skeleton key. Torches. And let's begin! And make sure I open up everything with the antiquarian, as that's what I'm going to need to do here in the cove. Wow. This hurts. As my arms want to pull themselves free of my body.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
Well, I was going to say, we actually have no choice of what direction we're going in, so I guess we're going. Protect me.
The blood quickens.
We're going to get rid of the Tide Master Right, you're stealthed. Right. And I have no way of dealing with that yet. So instead... Toxin Trickery on you? I mean, we're not going to get rid of the Armored Maggot. There's no way in heck we're getting rid of that. And those two are probably going to gang up on the Pelagic Piranha, but I guess I'm going to just try to make sure that the Piranha here dies first and foremost. How much poison is this? Just enough. Bulwark of Faith.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
And they should all be targeting this one, which is what I'm looking for. Because because our antiquarian should be able to at least heal Nod repeatedly. Now that is something I want to deal with. I don't want this one to be accurate. Can I just kill you via Blight? It's a theory I have that yes, I should be able to. okay. We'll Toxin Trickery you. Deals no damage, puts your Blight up to 8. And Nod's gonna get stressed. That's the one downside of this. We will break through. Miss everyone. But that's not a miss, that's actually a dodge. And then we're probably gonna have to start healing Nod. Alright, there we go. The Armored Maggot's guaranteed to die.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Alright, your protection is gonna go away fairly soon, but that should be okay, because we could just focus fire on the Pelagic Tidemaster. Ooh, that's smarts. Let us... we don't have a way to do a multi-hit, but that should be fine. I say that should be fine, as you apparently can't hit the broadside of a barn.
As the fiend falls,
There we go.
a faint hope blossoms.
He's still marked with a 40% protection, should be well enough to be able to handle most strikes that are incoming.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Might have to actually make use of extra food. Oh well. It'll take me a little bit to get this build under wraps. Or at least this concept of a build in working order.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Yep, hello everyone! I mean, at least we got the surprise. I don't want Nod to get the blood. The problem is I think it's gonna be hard for Nod not to get the blood. Unless one of these strikes will be an instant kill. It's not an instant kill.
Press this
But
advantage.
we'll do our best to make
Give
it
them
so.
no quarter.
Ah, so close to getting the Sycophant. It's just maddening wine. It's just maddening wine. The Blight I would love to deal with, but we don't have the ability to do so as of yet. So instead we're gonna try to shank
Their
the Sycophant.
formation is broken. Maintain the
So now there's
offensive.
only 2 that we have to worry about. Fortifying Vapors on the one who can actually get a decent amount of healing off of this.
Obliterated.
Perfect. Only the Chevalier. Only the Chevalier remains. And he's not doing a lot. Maybe a Stunning Blow is actually what I should have gone for. Yeah, Stunning Blow was probably for the best. At least we got the Blight going. He gets 1 action for a Subterranean Skewer, but it is dodged quite handily once again. And Nod fails to connect. I wish they made a difference between dodges and misses, because I don't know if either of those are dodges or
Precision
misses.
and power.
Yeah, you don't need to heal. So we just put the Chevalier just on death's door. We'll use Bulwark of Faith because this thing dies anyway.
Slowly. Gently.
And then we'll take
This
our
is how a
prize.
life is taken.
Wait, do I actually have anti-venom? No, we just got the anti-venom. It was just hidden by all the text. We've got the food, so I'll spend 2 of it to heal up Nod a little bit. The sack is empty, much like my hope.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Alright, maybe I could do some champion missions from time to time. Maybe I don't have to be as big of a wuss as I'm currently acting like. Curios upon curios upon curios upon curios. Curious. Alright, who here has a negative trait that I want to get rid of? Probably Nod. Nod definitely has a fair amount of negative traits that I should get rid of. Oh, Dury, you're one that you have more negative traits. That also hurts. Like, Dury has the largest amount of negative traits that would actually have an impact if we get rid of it. So let's see if we can cleanse a negative trait. Kleptomania removed! Yes! I'm no longer going to have to fear for my treasures. Perfect. Just perfect. I was actually afraid. Protect me as always. I want to start poison darting the savage, because the savage hurts. And you are not going to be able to physically hit the ones in the back. But we can focus our fire on killing this pelagic piranha instead to prevent him from taking
surges as
action.
the enemy crumbles.
Sure, spearfishing goes off. But we should be fine.
The light, the promise of
Here
safety.
comes the tidal slam. At least both were resisted. Do I want to bother dodging, or just start racking up blight on the US Savage? I want to heal, but I think racking up blight on this Savage is probably for the best. Yep, I've got no choice but to just start whacking this guy as much as I can. Although, I will use a buff first. We killed the one in the back, and that's fine.
Masterfully executed.
One more strike before that pelagic piranha goes down. Dury is probably going to need some healing at the end of this fight. Can we stun this one? Nope. Stun? What's that? 10 damage per round. I want to blight you, but I need to get rid of this piranha. I'm going to want to start healing you as much as I physically can, because if I don't start healing you, oh my god, you're gonna die. Can we get the stun off? Nope. These guys are very, very tricksy indeed. Okay, thank god. No wonder you've reduced bleed resist. Well, we can start working on poisoning this group. We're gonna keep
A
healing you.
momentary abatement.
I don't want Nod to die. Please, succeed on the stun. That stun only has a 10% chance of working, doesn't it? Alright, so this bleed is gonna go away. Good for us.
Vigor is
There we
restored.
go. So this savage takes 10. It's going to arterial pinch him again, but he dodges, finally. I'm just giving up on the stunning blow and just going to deal damage. The stunning blow doesn't have a high enough base chance for it to work. And her bard will keep the healing going.
Well struck.
One more stack of blight and one more good hit, and this battle is over. There's no action he can
Prodigious
take.
size alone does
will
not
allow him
dissuade
to
the
live.
sharpened blade.
Now, we don't need the actual last torchlight because every time we get a random combat in the middle of nowhere, we restore some of our torches anyway. We're scouting again. Random combat. I'm assuming this is probably the last room battle. But we might as well open this up to riches.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
I always hate it when I remove the jades. But I do have a massive need for deeds, portraits, and crests. I have a mighty need, some might say. The holy water is probably not going to make a humongous difference. It helps with blight and bleed resist, but we don't need to use it. Everyone's back in their default party order. We've got food. We're probably going to get more. So I'll simply shove some food down Dury's throat. Our tank is above half health, which is basically what I'm looking for in a tank. Like I said, we're probably going to get more food anyway.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Okay, we didn't get more food. We do have an emerald. Over anti-venom? How much does toxic actually hit us? Not often. The emerald is worth more. I would ditch the remainder of this food, but we might need it for some emergency healing. And we'll open up this stashed heirloom crate.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
There are no blockages, but we don't know if there are any more ahead of us. Now I'll get rid of the jade. Deeds are one of the hardest ones to come by, so I will prioritize making sure our deeds remain. Alright. You have decent trap disarm. You have a 100% trap disarm. Perfect. Some free stress reduction. Progress. Then we'll open this up with no more fear of kleptomania. It's empty. I was hoping I would get lucky with the loot. We'll put our torchlight back up, and then we're going to go up to 100 torchlight at the start of this. There's no buffs I want to put on beforehand. So let's go. Ooh. Alright. You go first. I want to get the Squiffy gassed, but I think the bloated thrall is the most important to hit.
Impressive.
To start off with, at least. I'd rather not suffer revenge turn 1. Protect her. And get some protection up yourself. Harville, I need you to not perish.
Decimated.
I do accept you insta-gibbing our good drowned
As the
thrall.
light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Horror. 20 stress. I need to get rid of the off-kilter jig. Oh well, as of right now, I'm just going to focus on making sure we dodge the next couple of hits. Preferably dodge the next couple of hits. But since I can't hit anyone important, let's start focusing on the pelagic piranha. Hello, Squiffygast. Nice to see you. You are immune to being stunned. Thankfully, you put the pelagic piranha in the perfect location to gut them. Our stress is going to go through the roof. That's not too problematic, though. I would love to start healing. I would love to purge some of our debuffs. We're gonna start healing up our Hellion, as our Hellion has taken quite a beating. I know I can't hit you, but I can hit the Pelagic Tidemaster. Putting the Pelagic Tidemaster near death, so he will use a breakthrough if your turn comes around. I would love to off you, but that just doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. Not yet, before this guy gets a turn. There we go. Finally. A vial
Success
of
so
blood.
clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
You don't have a debuff. No, you do have a debuff that's important to get rid of, because that's going to last for 3 more rounds. We're going straight into another fight. You eat. I'd take the rare antique. There's nothing here I want to get rid of in favor of the blood, though, so we'll continue moving. I mean, I'm holding on to the medicinal herbs on the hope that we get another curio that allows us to remove another negative quirk. We're effectively fishing for it. And you have 15% stress until we camp. Perfect. Everyone's in the right order. No other buffs can be given, so let's go into this fight. It's nice that we're getting surprises. It's really nice we're getting nothing but surprises here. I will Iron Swan. I do not want this cultist witch living. There we go. One down. And you can Bulwark of Faith. Rend for the old gods. All the bleed is going to be shoved on our good crusade friend. But that should be fine. And Stumbling Scratch is where we want to be. So now we want to kill off the cultist champions as much as physically possible.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Right, that should be another champion down.
Death waits
Jesus!
for the slightest
Really?
lapse in concentration.
That's a champion down. At least...
Unnerved, unbalanced.
I was gonna say, at least you missed Dury, but then you crit anyway. Make sure Dury is not in Death's Door. I don't want to have to start dealing with Death's Door shenanigans this early in this this early, because I don't know if the last two rooms contain room battles, which they very well can. If I were to break through, what are my chances of killing you? They're not high. We'll instead focus on killing the cultist champion. Spearfishing on Herbard, that's fine. You have been untouched for most of this battle. Okay, now we can try to break through. We're gonna once again plop another heal on the Hellion, and then hope that this kills the Pelagic Piranha. Doesn't. He gets another turn, but he hits Herbard. Okay. I was already getting ready for being hit once again. You know what? We can spend this turn getting healed, because we can try to make it so this one will die before anyone else takes an action. Because what is your speed? Are we starting to get lag? Why is it Darkest Dungeon's the only one that does this? Please tell me. Alright. Toxins. Succeed the Blight. Alright, he'll die before any action's taken, so we'll just spend this time healing up.
A death by inches.
I know I don't have enough room. We're not carrying the citrines anywhere. We will toss the 2 food onto Herbard. Tell me this battle is over. Darkest Dungeon's rapidly becoming unstable. It's not. We still have another room battle somewhere. Open up the treasure chest. Oh boy, we're gonna have to cut this off, aren't we? Yeah, we're probably gonna have to cut this one off. I don't want to have to do this again. We'll just keep going. We're gonna power through, no matter how bad it gets. Power through. It doesn't freaking matter. People have been giving me advice on how to avoid this sort of thing. I've turned off Windows Defender. There's active protection. And even then, it still gives me this. The final room. Of course, it is the final fight sitting before us. Collector.
The sparkling eyes of youth, twisted and made merciless.
I need to start killing you, and now. You're going to collect call anyway, so we might as well spend our turn debuffing you and making sure we get as much damage on you as physically possible. I want to risk a stun, but I don't think that's going to happen. You know what, I'm gonna Adrenaline Rush here. Just to get the attack buff off, because I need you to start doing some wave clear. No, the stun's 130% base. Can we get the 40% chance for a stun? Nope. That stun has never worked. Hocus pocus. Why do all of these have 33 health? Oh well, get the protection going.
A powerful blow.
Well, that's one good hit going on the Collector. Can we get another? Yes, we can. You're probably gonna lifesteal. No, show collection. Stress goes through the roof. There's a headhunt. How much bleed? You resist, so it doesn't matter. And the Highwayman does not get a chance to act. We actually get to get the protection up. Perfect. Joy.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Well, we did more damage than the headhunt healed for. Iron Swan crit again? Nope. The Collector is barely alive still. I think Nod is going to die because the Collector just had to show up in this fight. Because of course he did. 9 bleed. Seriously? Okay, it's just a buff. You can't hit anything important, so go after the Highwayman. Try to distract the Collector. That's one of the crits that we were looking for. Collector down.
As the ghoulish collection scatters, the rats prepare to feast.
Keep Durery off of Death's Door, will you? Nod, you're going on Death's Door one way or the other. You failed to heal a decent target. Please. Please. Nope, Durery's on Death's Door.
A hand's breadth
You're gonna
from
bleed and
becoming
die, aren't
unwound.
you? You're both gonna bleed and die. You have higher Death's Door resistance, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure Durery only gets sent back to Death's Door.
A singular strike.
There's a crit we were looking for. I want to get rid of the Collected Vestal.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Vestal's gonna live. It's gonna Highwayman it, or headhunt itself. Or headstrong himself. Durery gets put back on Death's Door. You don't get Death's Blow, which is just perfect and is exactly what I'm looking for. Please kill the Highwayman. Heal Durery. Another one bites the dust. It heals itself. I have to survive one more Death's Blow.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
No. Toxin Trickery. Get rid of the bleed. You're just on Death's Door, that's fine. We can heal you through it. Eventually, we can heal you through it. Freaking Collector having to show up at the worst possible opportunity. It's only 3 bleed. We can slowly restore ourselves to some semblance of health and sanctity.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
I will take the Puzzling Trapahedron over medicinal herbs. Since I'm doing that, we're going to clear the stress debuff. So, what awaits before us? 3 more rooms. Do any of you have stress eaters? Do any of you have stress eater? I don't think so. I just need to check. Yeah. None of you have stress eater. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to hope the next room battle isn't something horrible like the Shambler immediate. Oh, of course. Well, punishment was bound to happen. We're gonna ignore the coral unless we happen to get something else that we could use on it. Which does make me sad, but there's nothing else we can possibly do with the coral. Should have eaten. Screwed up. Oh well. We get first action. This is a group that doesn't tend to do a whole lot of damage, so we're just going to hope that we can get lucky. Do I want to immediately... No. We'll do the protection buff first. We're still going to need to do we need to still do some form of tanking strategy. But I can hopefully get close enough with these hits. Where that's going to be not as required. It's just a stress wave. It might send our injury over the brink, but that's fine.
Set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Courageous. Excellent. Not excellent, but there's no bleed. And you brine Herbard, which instead goes on to Nod, who now has to deal with all the debuffs. Alright. Try again. It's not enough to kill. I want to heal. You have a self-heal, so I want to heal Durori. Not the person that's taking all the hits. No, that would be obscene.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
I would try to work on you, but I need to get the Pelagic Piranha down. There we go. One more damage dealer has been finished. Herbard, I'm glad that you actually took one of the hits for the team. I need to get the Pelagic Tidemaster. Call the deep. Get her off of Death's Door. Can I break through to kill you? No. We can start working on the Armored Maggot at least. I'm waiting for the disease status to prop up. Although the maggot should die before I can take another action. Stress Wave doesn't do enough damage to kill Nod, and in fact might make him virtuous. Another shot on the Pelagic Tidemaster is not enough to kill it. We'll try to keep Nod off of Death's Door. That's the Armored Maggot down, and that should be the Shaman also down. Barely making it through all the madness
This expedition at least promises success.
Let's take the crests. We don't need any more torches, so we'll take the crests over the torches. Gonna use the shovel to crack this open. Do I want the jade? No, there's nothing here that's worth the jade. We're gonna continue adventuring because we have one more to open. Giant oyster has been opened, giving us nothing of value. Yeah, nothing of value. Alright, quest has been completed. Let's get out of here. One long mission, one long render, and all the associated problems, but we did succeed.
At last, wholesome marine life can flourish. If indeed there is such a thing.
All that money was well spent, but now we are going to have to spend it on making sure our people don't go hopelessly insane. And they all rank up. Night Owl over Deadly. The Black Plague. Early Riser. And Spotted Fever. and curious. Well, that was it for this episode of The Darkest Dungeon. I hope you
Trouble
enjoyed
yourself
watching.
not
This was
with
your
the
host,
cost of this
BrainBoy 20.
crusade.
And
Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
And I am signing off. If you enjoyed the episode, remember to like, comment, or subscribe. It helps out a great deal. And I hope to see you all next time. Until then, farewell, and beware the blood.